Hey everyone, my name is Wedge and we're finally back with more Commander deck techs. This week's tech features a creature from the new Commander 2015 set. If you're afraid of snakes, you may want to look away. Today we feature Kaseto, Orochi Archmage, and our take on Snake Tribal. Hold on to your butts, and if you enjoy these Commander deck tech videos, hit that like button right down there. Yeah, just hit it a little bit, for me. Kaseto is one of the secondary commanders in the Swell the Host Precon deck and unfortunately takes a seat to a powerful commander in Azuri Claw of Progress. Nevertheless, Kaseto gives us two things Azuri doesn't: a two-color Snake Legend and a card strong enough to anchor a Snake Tribal deck. Sure, we've always had Sashiro around, but now we get to play blue. Kaseto is a 2-2 for 3 mana, which is fast, but pretty weak for a commander by itself. While it can push damage through, you'll likely need some help. For a green and a blue, you can make a creature unblockable until end of turn. If it's a snake, it gets +2/+2 till end of turn. The ability alone makes Kaseto useful in a variety of situations. Naturally, you can play a bunch of snakes and use Kaseto to sneak damage through, or you can make Kaseto unblockable and do the damage itself with the pump ability. Such a versatile ability will create some interesting board states for both you and your opponents. There are many ways to put together the Kaseto deck. You can play creatures such as Ninja of the Deep Hours or Cephalid Constable and get value off of the unblockable ability. You can suit up Kaseto and Voltron your way through players. Or you can be idiots like us and just jam a bunch of snakes into the deck. Because killing people with snakes is awesome. We tried to shove as many snakes as we could into the strategy. Some of them are commander staples such as Sakura Tribe-Elder and Coiling Oracle. Some of them are from the new set, Skullwinder and Brood Birth Viper, and some of them are just terrible. Sorry, Ambush Viper. Some of these snakes are downright unplayable and are just in here for that reason. You definitely wouldn't play Nessian Asp or Nemesis of Mortals in Commander, but when your average creature hovers around a 2-2, a 4-5 you can make unblockable sounds pretty good. Marsh Viper, Blight Mamba, and Saber-Tooth Cobra are not great either, but they're all snakes and also give your opponents poison counters. A snake deck wouldn't be a deck without poisons. The immersion is the thing. For what it's worth, not all of our snakes are useless. Ophidian and Oren Viper draws cards and dig to more snakes. Sakura Tribe Scout and Orochi Sustainer help us funnel more mana into Kaseto or power out some of our top end. Lotus Cobra is probably the best snake in this deck, and not because of what it does here, but simply because the card is straight up powerful. We're just happy it's a snake, honestly. Mystic Snake is the second best snake in the deck and gives us the very little serpent themed disruption available. If you really want to humiliate your opponents, flash and wing Codal against their commander. Hate blue or black players? Mold Adder will give them fits? Probably not. Snake Pit is better at this since you can get a bunch of guys. Chameleon Colossus is a snake, sort of, and Lore Scale Codal gets bigger with each card we draw. If you want more than one snake at a time, Patagia Viper is 3. We also have some unconventional ways to make snakes. Riptide Replicator, Serpent Generator, and Volraz Laboratory give us all the artificial snakes we want. We also have Orochi Hatchery and Snake Basket to create a decent amount of them at once. Sosuke summons his 2 snakes for 3 mana that keeps coming back, and Endless Swarm turns the rest of your game into snakes. Someone blows up your land, hit them with a Cobra Trap. We have all the snake-based answers. We did manage to put 2 non-snakes into the deck, Edric, Spymaster of Trust, and Patron of the Orochi. Each card was strong enough to make an exception. The Patron is also a ghost snake, so we can't leave it out. Tired of snakes yet? Good, because we have to hit the legendary snakes next. Shisato, Whispering Hunter, makes an opponent skip an untap step when it hits, giving you a nasty combo with Kaseto. Only drawback is that it eats snakes, so get your token generators ready. Sashiro the Anointed is our Snake Lord, pumping all the snakes and drawing cards when they connect. Sosuke and Sachi also pump power or toughness and give some snakes an additional ability. Sakiko, Mother of Summer, adds mana to your pool that doesn't burn away on your turn whenever a snake hits a player. While it's not legendary, Kashi Tribe Elite gives your legendary Snake Shroud. Just be aware you can't target them with it in play. I promise we have some non-snake cards in here since there aren't enough snakes to fill a list, but everything contributes to the tribal strategy or improves Kaseto. 3 Swords and Quietus Spike make our unblockable snakes hit for some real damage. Not drawing enough cards? Skull Clamp and Mask of Memory get more value out of combat, while Slate of Ancestry can potentially draw a ton of cards. Biden of Thassa and Coastal Piracy turn all of our snakes into Ophidian if they hit, and Seed the Land gives everyone snakes. You get a snake, and you get a snake. We're doing it for the people. Remember those poison snakes we listed earlier? We decided to give everyone a chance, so we put in Triumph of the Hordes to give every snake infect. Imagine the looks on your opponent's faces when they actually die to poison snakes. Again, the immersion. Lastly, you've probably noticed the snakes in this deck are very small and not that intimidating. We'll lay down a coat of arms, and that changes everything. We also have a Chroma's Memorial for when you want to turn your snakes into a Chroma's. At that point, you won't need Kaseto, just great value. There are a few different directions you could take with Kaseto Commander decks, but if I'm being real with you, this is what I've always wanted. Pure Snake Tribal in blue and green, basically the dream as far as I'm concerned. Seriously, the dream is beautiful. Let me know what you think about our Snake Tribal deck in the comments, and definitely post your suggestions and upgrades. I'd love to hear which you would add to the deck or which direction you would take it. Best part about Commander, there's so many different strategies. Also, be sure to let me know which Commander you want us to tech next. It helps us decide. As always, subscribe for the latest and most reliable Magic the Gathering information you could ever need. This is the Manosaurus. I'm Wedge. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.